Hi everyone, welcome to FoodtokTV. My name is Taylor Rose. You may also know me as the Mustard Queen. This is my show, Cutting the Mustard, on FoodtokTV. Tonight I am making a Korean bar food known as Buldak. Now, a lot of people may know as Buldak as, you know, the ramen, the prepackaged ramen with the very, very spicy sauce in there. But Buldak, and as far as this Korean food is concerned, it's essentially a gochujang marinated chicken. And then over the top, we're going to put some ooey gooey cheese on there. And we're also going to make a spiral cucumber salad in order to cool things down a bit. So let's get started. First thing I got to do.
What's up, people? Welcome in. What's up? Let's eat.
Let's eat. So first thing I'm going to do, just because rice is an easy side dish for this, so I'll go ahead and get my rice started for it. I've already rinsed my rice, and I've been trying to figure out. Let me know in the comments if you're a rice washer or not, because I am very much so not a rice washer typically, but ever since I've been working with a rice cooker, pretty much every single rice cooker instruction says like, hey, you better be washing it. You better be washing it. So, I did wash my rice pretty well. And then, oh, I thought I had my water over here. Do it? Oh, yep. So it's a cup of jasmine rice that I'm using, and a cup and a quarter of some water. That's just what my rice instructions say. And I'm gonna let that go because rice cookers do take a bit, so that's why I wanted to go ahead and get that started. Nope. Cancel, I messed up. Okay. We'll go ahead and start. That's 50 minutes. Then now I gotta get started with my marinated chicken. Now I am gonna be doing a quick version of this. Preferably, if I had all the time in the world and I'm not trying to keep my show to be an hour long, then I would marinate this overnight, or at least marinate it for several hours, and then I would also be throwing it on the grill and getting those nice grill marks or whatever. This show is only an hour long. It's never an hour long, guys. It's never an hour long. But we're gonna marinate it as long as we can. Getting things started. And of course we're starting with gochujang, which is a fermented Korean chili paste. There is some sweetness in there. It's spicy, it's fermenty. Whew. And I thought I had a lot more than this, so I am just using what I got here, but I'm also going to be using some of the gochujang. And the gochujang, they're these pepper flakes that I have that are essentially the peppered version of gochujang. So this fermented becomes this paste, basically.
Yeah, it's like
this is the dried pepper version of it. This is the paste version of it.
Gochujang is the name of the pepper.
Yes, and when in Korean, whenever there is the jaru at the end of something, it means it's in its powdered form. Like, I work with mustard a lot, and gochujang, gyoja is the Korean hot mustard, and the gochujang is the Korean powder. I'm slowly learning Korean one food at a time. Oh yeah, this is sticky. I might end up adding some of my liquid in there to make sure I get all of that out, because this is very... And y'all, I am actually going to go ahead and jump on...
So is jang does that mean a fermented paste?
I'm not that far into Korean, babe.
Because, well, all the fermented paste I know of end in jang.
Oh, you know, maybe. Maybe.
There's the dobenjang, gochujang.
That would totally make sense. That would actually totally make sense.
There's a couple other that I'm forgetting, I think.
I think so. So with these flakes, though, these are like super like flaky flakes. But I want something a bit thinner. Like, I want more of a powder kind of thing. So I'm going to add that to my spice grinder. But I think I'm going to toast this real quick.
What's up, Melissa Hollywood?
Melissa Hollywood, hey there! I'm going to do a medium low. I'm just going to do a quick little toast on some of my spices here. I got this.
Mig Whizzle.
Oh yeah, I got to I'm hearing the echo myself. I did it to myself.
Don't do that. Don't be doing that.
Yeah. I don't want to mess with it.
You already know better than that.
I don't want to mess with it. So let's see. I am doing a healthy serving of this.
And
So this is going to be about a 1/4 cup.
You're gonna lightly toast those, right?
Yeah, just a light toast.
Tiny toast.
Yeah, light toast. And then I'm also going to add about a tablespoon of some sesame seeds to add to that grinder.
Who says so? Who says so?
What?
Sesame. Open sesame.
You shouldn't have opened up with that joke. That would
Open sesame.
Open sesame, oh my. And so later on, I do have some black sesame seeds as well. But the white sesame seeds and black sesame seeds are essentially the same. But the black sesame seeds are the ones like with the hole still on them. The white sesame seeds don't have the hole on them anymore. We're just gonna let that toast for
Cat, what's up?
What up, what up? Sorry we are running late, y'all. Typically my show starts right on the dot at 7 p.m.
Cat D.
However, he walked in the door at 6:58 and
With groceries.
with my groceries that I had, yes. So even though I like to start promptly on the dot at 7 p.m., sometimes I'm at the mercy of my groceries. So while these are toasting just briefly, I do need a couple tablespoons of soy sauce. This is Buldak. It's going to be essentially a gochujang marinated chicken. It's going to be an extremely spicy dish, but we're also balancing it out with some sweetness and of course soy sauce for some umami as well. About a tablespoon and a half, but I'm also going to add some of this dark mushroom soy sauce. And by the way, if you go onto FoodtokTV.com, you can already see this recipe up. I just haven't made this dish yet.
And that dark soy sauce looks a little more viscous.
A little more viscous. I like that. And then a little bit of toasted sesame oil goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way.
A little bit goes a long way.
Welcome in, folks. We're happy to have you.
This is sunflower oil. I wanted to use vegetable oil, but apparently I don't have it. I used all of it with all of our frying projects that we've done lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'd have known that, I'd have
Okay,
got some.
so I know, right? I didn't know that either, but I'm going ahead and turning this off. I just wanted a brief little thing.
So.
Oh, actually, you know what? I need my... Ooh, I don't know where this thing is. Uh-oh. Here we go.
So sunflower oil is a what would be the tell me about sunflower oil.
Oil made from, I'm guessing sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
I mean, typically I would have used a vegetable oil instead, but...
It's a neutral oil though, right?
Yeah, it's a neutral oil.
It's not going to
absolutely.
taste
I use
like
it a lot.
sunflowers.
Yeah, no. You don't eat it and be like, delicious sunflowers. But I'm looking for more of a gochujang powder rather than, you know, these flakes that we have, though some of these flakes are going to come in handy when I garnish it later. But I'm just going to throw these in my spice grinder to help me flavor this.
And I'm going to step away and talk really, really loud. That's actually not too bad. I feel like the spice grinder's gotten a lot quieter. Welcome to Food Talk TV, folks. We're over here doing it. We do it all the time. In fact, we do it 7 days a week, multiple times a day, at least.
Hey Ryan, what are the numbers looking like?
The numbers are looking.
That's not the number.
Okay. We've got 100 folks in here.
Alright, I like it, I dig it. And y'all, by the way, we are branded as promotional content, but honestly, I do these shows every single week and I got sick of getting flagged for doing promotional content because all I'm promoting is myself and Food Talk TV.
Shameless self-promotion.
Shameless self-promotion, yeah. So,
Sometimes a little shameful.
do you smell this? Sesame and the gochujang.
That is bad. That's so
Lovely.
simple.
I'm so glad we took the time to toast that.
So simple, but so
Because I think the
beautiful.
recipe I have on Food Talk TV just listed me just throwing the sesame seeds in here and calling it a day. But I'm really glad I took the time out to toast them. And you know, if I had all the time in the world, I would sieve that, like really make it into a fine powder. I may have a little bit more grit to this sauce than I would have preferred because I'm not sieving it. But this is a quick Buldak. And y'all, if you were just joining us, this is Buldak. It is a Korean bar food or Korean drinking food. They have drinking food. It's a special type of Korean food known as anju. Anju, yeah.
Oh,
and this is Buldak, and the translation for Buldak, literally, bull, the B-U-L, is fire, and then dak, D-A-K, is chicken. So, fire chicken.
I think the Beatles wrote a song about that.
Fire chicken?
No, it was like a, hey, Bulldog.
Did they?
Yeah. I think so. It was on the, I think it was on the, it was on the Paperback Writer. It was a B-side for the Paperback Writer. But it's one of the cooler Beatles songs.
That's definitely more of a you awareness than me, but interesting.
I think it was actually Bulldog, but it could be Bulldog.
Yeah, it's probably that.
It's definitely that.
Because this just, I was looking at the history of this, and this dish didn't really get popularized until like 2004. They say that, you know, of course a lot of Korean food is just like insanely too spicy. And what article I read about this said that Buldak is so spicy that no sober person would enjoy it. But at the end, that's why we are adding some...
So that's why they call that ramen that.
Yes, that ramen brand, yes. And someone did try to trademark Buldak. Someone tried to trademark it, but then even Korea realized it was like, no, that's very much so a general term.
So so what you did was take a spicy fermented chili bean paste and turned it into
a spicier,
an even spicier.
Oh, speaking
paste.
of even spicier, I have some red chilies I'm adding to this too.
Well, why not?
Because I mean, you know.
And those are what?
These are the Thai chilies, red Thai chilies.
Bird's eye?
Yes.
Thai bird's eye? There's several different kind of bird's eye depending on where you go. Like, it seems like almost everybody has a variety
An eye for the bird?
An eye for the bird.
Yes.
Yeah. All eyes on the bird.
Now this stuff is pretty hot. Like, Ryan and I ate a couple of these because we were like trying to get more likes on a live. We're like, hey, if we, get this many likes,
Speaking of
we'll
which,
eat 'em.
we'll do it again.
Will we? Because Ryan, do you realize how much torture I'm bringing to you with this food as it is?
How
like,
well do you like being liked?
I'm sure people will tap the screens and just know that they're going to see us struggle.
I got some taps.
And please tap those fingers. Tap, tap, tap.
Tap the fingers, tap, dance, tap a keg, do whatever it is. Tap whatever you like, but please be tapping your fingers.
Of water.
And if you tap them enough and it's impressive enough, I'll make her eat one. I mean, I'll eat one too.
I mean, you're... Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go wash my hands real quick before I get ready to cut up my chicken to start putting on there as well. But, here, Ryan, tell them about your show that you do on Saturdays.
Yeah, I won't make her eat one. You guys will make her eat one.
Yeah.
I'm going to tap with you for that.
Yes. He's going to contribute to the possibility of me having to do that.
I mean, I'm always in trouble, Kyle Beasley. Always. Taylor has...
We may as well call the garage the doghouse at this point.
Right.
Oh, I did not grab the chicken because it's refrigerated.
Oh yeah, my thing. I do a thing.
Yeah, you do a show.
I do a show over here as well. Same old spot. Only like a few hours from now.
On Saturday. You do Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Central.
That's still a few hours.
Yeah, depending on what you call a few.
Yeah. It seems like less than it is.
I told Ryan today that I had all my ducks in a row, and that is basically the kiss of death. It's like, when you're almost ready to leave the restaurant when you're closing and you're like, oh yeah, it's dead. We'll get out of here super quick. Nope. Ryan, what do the numbers look like?
You're right. You know, it's sitting on 100.
Sitting on 100. Okay.
It's a fundy-hundy.
Fundy-hundy. Oh, I like that.
Welcome
so
in,
I'm just
folks.
having this here so that way I'm not using all of this chicken. I need a cleaner knife. That's my knife.
Knife.
Y'all, thank you for joining Food Talk TV. If you are new here, we do live cooking content every single day, oftentimes multiple times a day. We all have our shows that we do weekly. We all have our weekly cooking shows that go on at the same time, but one thing that Food Talk TV does that's super cool is that we also have Grub Match, which is, I think that's all I'm going to say for this one. I think I'm going to do 3 breasts for tonight, right?
Yeah. 3 breasts.
Yeah, for the Buldak. Yeah. So.
How many breasts do you got?
There are 5 breasts.
Ooh.
Yes. So, I'm going to move that over there to store in the fridge here in a second. Because we got to get our chicken marinated ASAP.
Are you going to be throwing some marinade in it? Or are you going to...
I'm tossing the chicken in there. And we're going to let it marinate as long as we can.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to go ahead and have that marinated just to...
What up, Fatherpreneur?
Fatherpreneur's in the house. You know what? I was just about to bring up Grub Match, y'all, because Fatherpreneur was our guest on Grub Match, which is Food Talk TV's cooking show that we do.
Which Kaz has already beaten you to the punch of reminding folks.
Yes. And so, thank you, Kaz. I appreciate you. And so, with our Grub Match, we get a challenger, and someone challenges a member of Food Talk TV, and then they get a secret ingredient. And then, when the show starts, they have 1 hour to make as much as they can with that ingredient. When Fatherpreneur was on, he challenged Melissa Murd. They do their show on Mondays at 6 p.m. Central, and their secret ingredient was coconut. And so they had 1 hour to make as many dishes as they could with coconut. Ooh. And y'all, I am using chicken breast. I would have been fine with chicken breast or chicken thighs. I do have this recipe up on Food Talk TV right now. And this is a recipe that while I haven't made yet, you know, one thing I do whenever I make recipes, I kind of like look over everyone else's recipes, try to understand why they do the things they do. And then I create my own, picking and choosing my favorite parts of that. However, the chicken breast and then I create my own, picking and choosing my favorite parts of that. However, the chicken breast and then I create my own, picking and choosing my favorite parts of that. However, the chicken breast and then I create my own, picking and choosing my favorite parts of that. However, the chicken breast version in my hands.
Sorry about that, folks.
No, I have no idea how much you actually heard that happened between the time we were frozen and now, but it was good.
It was good. If you missed out on a spicy little burrito, I mean, I'm sorry.
Spicy little burrito, yo.
Yep.
So anyway, with the Grub Match, you can rewatch the Grub Match from last week because we do these on Saturdays. You can rewatch the Grub Match that we had this past Saturday with coconut. And then this Saturday coming up is going to be... Oh, crap. It's Trini, and she's the competitor, and she is challenging Mr. Crown Royal, and their ingredient is cinnamon. You know what I forgot? Because I'm just a silly little burrito.
A silly little freaking burrito.
I'm just a silly little freaking burrito.
DS Kingside wants to know what you're cooking, and we got other people having to tell him, so...
Oh, yeah. So I am making Buldak. It is a Korean bar food, essentially. And I got rid of my knife because it was chicken. Doop. Hey, I got this covered. Would you wash the good knife while I stay put?
Well, of course.
Thank you, husband.
Where's the good knife?
The good knife is on the white cutting board that I had.
That's not what I consider the good one.
Oh, the other one is over there then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I ain't even gonna do it.
Oh, didn't even have to do anything. And you get credit.
I could polish it and hone it up a little bit for you.
I would love that. Man. You know, I was kind of planning on grating the garlic rather than having to mince it because I hate mincing garlic on live. Like, I love doing it at home, but when I have an audience, for some reason it becomes way more difficult. So I'm just going to throw it in my spice grinder and get some more of the gochujang, which is the Korean pepper flakes, the same pepper that's made for gochujang. There's gochujang in here. Yeah, got it. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Yeah, it's weird when you call me ma'am, but okay when I call you sir? Is that how it works?
Yeah. I don't just throw ma'am out there willy-nilly. It's gotten yelled at for that before.
Right. Yeah, no. Because in the South, it's like, you know, very much so respectful for you to, you know, call women ma'am, but then a lot of women are like,
There's some places you don't do that. Yeah.
You just man me. Why'd you make me old? Y'all, thank you so much for tapping the screens and being here. I really do appreciate it. The Buldak, this is a Korean bar food, and it is essentially a very, very spicy gochujang marinated chicken dish. And then we're going to top it with cheese, which I was kind of looking into. It was so funny because I know that a lot of Korean cooking has to do with, has a lot of cheese in it. There is a lot of cheese in there. And I know it has to do with like, it's like a hangover from the Korean War. And I was looking into that earlier. But as I was typing into Google, why does Korean food, y'all, can you guess what the ... was after the why does Korean food?
What was the first search result, or what were the search results?
The search results for why does Korean food, most of it was gassy and stuff having to do with the behind.
Oh, the behind. Wow.
Yeah, like, why does it make me poop?
Well, you're certainly behind the butcher block. Hey, you told me not to talk. I'm not going to go there because you told me not to do it last week. Then Kaz did it, and I think that was okay. Now it's
Talk
cool.
about what, butt stuff?
Oh, poop. Butt stuff. Poop.
I mean, you know, whenever you do a cooking show, which we do every single day on FoodtokTV, oftentimes multiple times a day, talking about poop is really not usually the best practice.
No.
Would you actually put that chicken away in the fridge? I don't know when I'm going to get to that.
The chicken and this chicken?
Yes, that chicken. Yeah.
All right, you want me to put it in there in the little...
It's done. We're not doing anything with it. You can just ziploc
Oh,
it.
you
We're
ain't
saving
doing
it for
that?
later.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not using all that chicken. This is the chicken I'm using for the Buldak. And I'm just going to grate some ginger in here. The ginger skin isn't quite going to grate in here. However, this is washed ginger, and the skin of the ginger is technically edible. You know what? Though, I do have spoons here for a reason. Which, like, the skin of the ginger just comes off easily with a spoon. So may as well, right? But I like grating ginger as opposed to, like, mincing it or anything just because it is so fibrous.
Yeah, it's very fibrous. It's better to grate it. I like to give it a little twist and rotation as I grate it as well.
Isn't that great?
I think it's great advice.
Very great.
I like grating garlic.
Me too.
Any kind of like.
But I just went ahead and threw it in a spice grinder.
Any kind of pungent root, I enjoy grating all that stuff.
It's a great idea. Okay. Now I'm gonna read my ingredients list to make sure I didn't forget more things. I didn't add any sort of sweetener, which of course, not honey. I am using honey, but rice syrup is typically something that they use. Not something that's really available in American grocery stores, but you really need a little bit of sweet with all this heat. You really do.
Are you pairing this with anything?
Of course. We need something to cool it down a little bit. I do have the rice in the rice cooker, but then also I'm going to make a cucumber salad. Which I made the cucumber salad recipe before, and it's the Asian-inspired twisted cucumber, right? Like where you cut it a specific way to where it like spirals. Yeah, and I think last time it was less than perfect, and so I'm hoping that I perfect it this time.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I like that one.
They also add a ton of black pepper to this.
And it's easier to eat with chopsticks too, if you like eating with chopsticks.
A lot of recipes for this, I looked at a lot of recipes for it, but they were all like about a tablespoon of black pepper. And I think that is going to be flavorful enough. I'll get working on my cucumbers and let this like take in as much as I can, because this is a marinade that I would prefer to have, you know, for a long period of time and not just, you know, the 20 minutes I'm going to allow it to. So if you have overnight, please do it. If you have a few hours, please do that.
Yeah, but the chicken breast cooks up fairly quickly.
Yeah. It'll be very spicy. Now, if I was doing this the way that, you know, I was looking at all sorts of recipes, and a lot of times mine take like really too long because I'm always thinking about like the proper way to make things. If I were doing this, I would have gotten this sauce and like toasted the garlic and the ginger and stuff in the skillet along with everything else, let everything reduce into a sauce, let it cool, then add to the chicken, let that marinate overnight, and then take it to the outdoor grill.
Thank you, Kat D, for the friendship bracelet.
Oh, thank you. Friendship bracelet. Alright, so I am going to chuck this inside of the freezer.
Do you like that handy little zipper cutter thinger?
I love it. Love it. Okay. We're going to stick this in the fridge. I will be right back momentarily. Momentarily chickeny. Man, look at Gordon Quaxley over there.
Gordon Quaxley.
Gordon Quaxley over there just judging us.
Everybody just tap it for Gordon Quaxley over there.
Yeah, tap Gordon Quaxley here. He spends a lot of time yelling at us to make sure we get recipes right.
He does. Ooh, some chilies. Melissa Hollywood, thank you for the chilies, Melissa.
One thing that happens with being over prepared is that I just spent forever looking for like the cleaner and stuff so I could clean from my garlic mess. But I set it over here for myself.
You set the garlic mess over there?
No, I didn't set the garlic mess over there. I set my cleaner and stuff to
Oh, the cleaner stuff. Yeah.
to like, because you know, raw chicken was just used over.
It was here.
It was here, but it's not here anymore. It has gone bye-bye. Y'all, thank you for tapping the screens. We appreciate you. And we appreciate the chilies you've gotten us. If you're just coming in, which Ryan, I'm curious about those numbers when you get a second, but...
We got 65 folks in here with us at the moment.
Ooh, that does not make me feel good, but it's okay.
69 now. That usually
that makes me feel good.
That usually makes you feel good. 68, that's a weird number.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's fun things you could do with that one.
Was just like, nope.
Yeah, like there ain't
So I'm gonna clean up my area a little bit because I did kind of just like let loose with the garlic since I did put like
so we're kind
5 or
of
6 garlic cloves there.
We're kind of concerned about the numberage because why is that? Why are we like?
Oh, because we keep getting hit with the disclosed content, and so we're seeing. Wow. I'm not actually, you know, doing any sort of thing. Alrighty. So, and Kaz will let us know if we have any technical difficulties with this method to our madness.
Yeah, so this is kind of a first time doing a sponsored thing.
No big deal though. What was I? Oh, I have my bowl over here.
But we're not trying. We're not. There's no one thing we're promoting other. I guess flavor.
So I guess I will work on my cucumber salad next while I
It is the knives.
that to marinate.
It's always the knives, man.
Always
the knives.
Always the knives. So I have this cucumber. Typically I make this with like smaller Persian cucumbers. This is my first time making the salad with an English cucumber, but that's what the store has, you know, and right now you just gotta like let the stores do what the stores do. And so I'll just cut these, should I do thirds or half? I'll do thirds. But my eyeballing is super messed up. Good enough.
I can't see why.
And so the way that we're spiraling this, and it's always, it's interesting how this works out, because the last time it was less than perfect. So I have my chopsticks here, just gonna balancing it here, and this is preventing me from hitting the knife all the way down.
On something like that.
All the way down, the way down, but to get the spiral. So the way we do that, we prop it up with the chopsticks, and then I'm gonna cut at a 45-degree angle first.
Okay.
We don't want it to go all the way through.
So you only like one of those little like hand crank spiralizer. Cat D, my show is 10-ish.
10-ish a.m. on Saturdays.
On Saturdays.
Yeah, so I hit it at the 45-degree angle like that, and I'm just gonna flip it over, and then I'm just gonna hit it with a
just a
straight
a 180-degree angle.
I don't know how angles work, but that doesn't sound right. Oh my gosh. Last time I did this on the show, it did not turn out perfectly well. I think.
Ooh.
Oh, snap.
Snap.
Ryan.
Ooh, snap cumber.
Yeah, he gets a snap.
Yeah, there you go. And you don't need one of those like spiralizing things.
The spiralizing thing would just like take the whole thing and just like ravel it over.
Yeah. I mean, that's fun too.
Yeah, but I definitely wouldn't do this with chopsticks that you love, because I'm definitely hitting my chopsticks again, or hitting the knife against with my chopsticks.
Fast fingers there. Speaking of fast fingers, get those fingers working, guys.
Yeah, for the tap, tap, tap. We appreciate you being here.
Hey, 42 Rachel, what's up?
What up? Welcome in.
Boing.
Boing. So, if you're just joining us, I'll show that again. We have the chopsticks, and even though it's not like really propped on there, it stops my knife from going all the way through with the cucumber, and that's the entire point of it. I'm hitting first with a 45-degree angle. Oh, that's a little bit thicker than my other ones have been, but maybe it will be sturdier. So, 45-degree angle. Then we're going to flip it other way around. Honestly, I'm fine with the one chopstick there.
Yeah, you just need a guide. Springy.
Perfect.
It's a good spring salad, even though it's fall. It's still good for a fall salad.
I mean, okay, so what we're making, what is marinating in the fridge right now is Buldak. It is a Korean bar food that is basically so spicy that, as I heard it in multiple news articles, that no sober person would dare. But so we need something that's cooling.
It sounds like Nashville hot chicken.
Oh yes, it does.
It's
it
like
does
Korean
sound
hot Korean hot chicken.
Yes, Korean hot chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically Korean hot chicken. But then we're gonna add some cheese over the top too. So I'm gonna get rid of some of the water on here. This isn't a completely necessary step if you plan on eating all these cucumbers tonight. This just kind of extends the like crunchiness of it by removing some of the water. And plus it gives us time to do other things.
Yeah.
I like doing other things.
And it flavors it too.
Yeah, and it flavors it.
It seasons it.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually gonna rinse the salt off, but you know.
Oh. Well. It seasons
But I guess it soaks up some of the salt and
yeah, it seasons it a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Oh, I was gonna get a jar.
90-degree angle versus a 45. Yeah, there you go. Diaz Keen say thank you.
Yeah.
180-degree angle.
Yeah. So angle.
90-degree angle. Yeah, that's.
It's been a while since I've been in math. Okay.
Yeah. I got done with that stuff early, so I didn't have to do no more. And it shows.
And like I had already made this salad back in April, so I'm just kind
Friend
of going.
Diego, what's up?
What's up? I'm just kind of going off of the recipe I have here, which is already on FoodtokTV.
We're at 10K.
What? That's awesome. Thank you, guys. We appreciate all the tap-ins of the screens.
Yes.
So rice vinegar, that's 2 tablespoons. Some soy sauce, 1 tablespoon. I don't want to dissolve the brown sugar. A lot of these recipes I do brown sugar because they have rice syrup. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes I use brown sugar as a substitute, but I don't feel like dissolving that right now. Mm. Ooh, more gochujang.
More gochujang. We already put a lot of gochujang in.
But this is just a little bit of flavor because this is supposed to be a cooling side dish. I'm not trying to like...
Yeah, but we need some gochujang. We're going to have some of that in there.
Yeah, you got to.
So what is it going to go with? What are you making? Tell everybody what's up.
We have some chicken marinating for some Buldak. Buldak is basically gochujang marinated chicken. So basically the Korean version of Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, but not...
Is basically gochujang marinated chicken. So basically the Korean version of Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, but not...
Is basically gochujang marinated chicken. So basically the Korean version of Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, but not...
Is basically gochujang marinated chicken. So basically the Korean version of Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, but not fried.
Not fried, no. It's gonna go sauteed in the cast iron, and then we're gonna put some mozzarella cheese over the top.
Ooh. And we are for Rosigan.
For Rosigan.
Rosigan.
And they can still hear us too, so it's not like we can like scream.
Yeah, we can't.
At the phone.
Fried.
Not fried, no. It's gonna go sauteed in the cast iron, and then we're gonna put some mozzarella cheese over the top.
Ooh. And we are for Rosigan.
For Rosigan.
Rosigan.
And they can still hear us too, so it's not like we can like scream.
Yeah, we can't.
At the phone.
Fried.
Not fried, no. It's gonna go sauteed in the cast iron, and then we're gonna put some mozzarella cheese over the top.
Ooh. And we are for Rosigan.
For Rosigan.
Rosigan.
And they can still hear us too, so it's not like we can like scream.
Yeah, we can't.
At the phone.
Bring it back, Daddy-o. Or Mommy-o.
Don't call me that. Did you start it?
Yeah.
Oh, you already started it back?
It's a back.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, we keep freezing on y'all. We don't like it. We don't like it more than you don't like it. I promise.
15, love some cast iron.
I love some cast iron too, and this is actually my favorite cast iron that I have right here. I don't even know the brand of it, but I was working at a chain steakhouse, and I came in through the back door one shift, and this was out by the dumpster. It was out by the dumpster, and I asked my manager, I'm like, why are you throwing this out? Because it was like kind of rusted, and she was like, yeah, it's kind of rusted, and I just ordered a new one, which a new one for them. Because I ordered from the restaurant supply store. I think it was like a $75 thing.
This red bag?
Huh? Oh, that's the...
I was asking what was in the red bag.
Oh, that's gochujang.
That is gochujang.
Yeah, that's
chili
the
flakes.
Korean chili flake. It's the same type of chili that's in gochujang.
There's some of them on that.
Yeah.
There, but though we blitzed them up a little bit. They're more like fish food size, and we blitzed them up to more like not
Fish food
I say
size.
we, but Taylor did that.
We as in me.
We as in you. We.
Oui. So I'm just making the dressing for our cucumber salad real quick. Soy sauce, rice vinegar, there's some sesame oil. Did I put sesame oil in here already? No, I did not. I did
You
not.
put sesame oil in the marinade.
In the marinade, but not this.
But not in this.
Because with the sesame oil, a little bit goes a long way.
Can you see the bottom? There's a lot of bottoms around here. The bottom of that, Diaz? Or the bottom of the bag?
Like what?
$454 grams.
Yeah.
Oh, the bottom of the cast iron. Oh, I got you. Oh, yeah, you want to know the rejuvenated cast iron.
Tomlinson.
Tomlinson. Yeah, there you go.
Made in China. But I did completely, when I got this from that restaurant, I'm like, why are we throwing this out? I went ahead and just completely restored it. I took it back to bare bones. I got like an electric sander and re-seasoned it and everything. But ever since then, it's my best. Like, as long as I worked at that steakhouse, I would cook things in that cast iron. And then I would send pictures to my manager being like, hey, check out what my cast iron's doing now. Isn't this great? Did you mess up? Which, of course, like...
Wasn't it Diaz that has the thing for cast irons? I should have known that. I think it is. I think it is. Yeah, there's quite a few people that have a thing for cast irons, but I think Diaz was the one that was really into them, as they should be.
Ooh, that is the rice.
What is the small one? Well, he wants to see the small one too.
Oh,
yeah.
The small one was also from there. It's a lodge.
It's
but
lodge.
I also got these small ones from that same steakhouse because they used to serve appetizers in these, and then they realized how big of a pain in the butt it was to like clean and maintain them, so they got rid of that as the thing. So I ended up getting a couple of them to take home.
A lodge from here in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Or not here in Tennessee, but there in Cleveland, Tennessee.
Add some this to there. So now we have our cucumber salad ready to go. That rice beeper was letting me know I've been live for 50 minutes, and I said I was going to have an hour-long show, and look at me not doing that.
It's more like 45 minutes.
Yeah, you know, sometimes like that rice cooker will say that it takes 50 minutes, but then it will be like, oh, just kidding, it heated a lot quicker than we thought. We're going to like shorten this up for you.
That means it's mathing better than we are.
It's working faster than we are, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, the cast iron way better than Teflon. Way better. It has a great heat retention.
Oh yeah.
Partially because of the mass.
So on my cucumber setting over there.
Actually, all because of the mass.
You know, I didn't test my dressing yet to make sure it was to my standard.
And a good seasoned cast iron just beats Teflon any day.
Not good?
Yum.
Yum. And that recipe is up on Food Talk TV already for my spiral cucumber salad. That is the photo from when I made it.
You're like, I don't know if we need the scallions.
That's from when I made it back in April, and I feel like I did a better job spiralizing these.
Do you know what brand your 100-year-old, over a century-old cast iron is? DS?
Oh no, like someone went out and forged that with their own steel.
Well, I mean, like, in the 1920s, it could have been mass-produced.
I don't know.
Or 1911s or 1908s.
I mean, that was kind of the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, so that would, you know, make sense. I mean, like, French's mustard.
It was the millennia, it's a millennial cast iron.
Yeah. Okay, so I think at this point, we're ready to start simmering our chicken and trying to reduce this to a sauce.
No, it's not millennial, is it? No, it's a centurial cast iron. Centurial cast iron, my bad.
I'm going to start with a medium.
CHF and Wagner. Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know much about it, because is that something you could have gotten at Sears and Roebuck?
You know, I don't know much about like the antique kind of cast irons and stuff like that, because pretty much my best cast irons are rescues. They really are rescues.
I would bet, man, because you could use to buy whole ass houses off of Sears and Roebuck. Like, there's still some of them out there.
This is sounding outside of my expertise. I'm not even getting so much water out of those yet. Which, the salting these prior is not necessarily something you should or have to do. It's just if you don't plan on eating all your cucumbers in one night. You know, it keeps them crisp for longer.
How does it affect their springiness? Their tension?
I don't think it does.
CHF workers burned down the factory during the 40s strike.
Woo!
In the 40s during the strike. Or during the 40s strike.
Burn it down!
Cass says Roebuck was completely overrated.
I'm gonna go grab the chicken.
They got the catalog out to the people. But yeah, I agree.
I also have to get a rice paddle for my rice. And you know, I'm not a rice washer, but I've read so many different instruction manuals for the rice cooker that always say to wash the rice when you're using a rice cooker. And I don't know what it is specifically about the rice cooker, but I do what they say.
Is it the, it's probably because of the instructions that they give you. Account for the little bit extra water you put
By the way, this is hot.
on the rice. Still Sears house is in Atlanta. Are you from Atlanta, Diaz?
Y'all, I have never been one
All right.
to need a rice cooker.
I think we've had this conversation, Diaz. We probably have. I'm Carlton over here.
I've never been one to like need a rice cooker, but ever since I have one, I can't imagine life without it. Which I do have this in my TikTok shop, the Kasori that I have. I am in love with this one. It is changed me. I'm gonna get something that doesn't burn me.
Amy says wash rice always cooks better with because of the less starch.
Yeah.
And I mean that's an opinion if you know.
Well, and
if you're going for
that is an
less
argument that
starch,
we have with people on Food Talk TV. Like that is something we are all pretty much divided on. Is
Stole
whether or
a
not...
Sears house for $500K. Sweet.
Sweet.
Which do you know which model it was? I did a deep dive. I'll do these deep dives into things that are just like completely obtuse, and that was one of them that I did.
To medium. Because it is smoking, it is hot.
Smoking.
But
it's
good.
That means it is requesting chicken.
It needs the chicken to cool it down. But we heated the pan enough, so I switched it to medium.
Wasn't a big house, it was the area. Yeah.
Y'all.
Anything in that area. So, that's what happens when you put spice on spice on spice.
So I was reading a lot about this recipe.
Kaz never washes rice. And neither do I.
So what I do is I toast my rice.
Taylor toasts the rice. Sometimes I toast the rice. If I'm doing like a Spanish rice, I'll toast it. But for a simple rice, I got all my measurements in my head. I roll with it. Melissa Hollywood doesn't wash her rice. Guys, let us know. Do you wash your rice? Or not.
This is an insanely spicy dish. I can already tell you all this.
It's hard to be.
And I need to get some more water. I'm gonna throw my chicken.
Yeah, throw it, chicken. It's hard to want to wash rice when you're choking on chilies. Woo!
Like who cares about how starchy the rice is? Like, give me some rice to like cool down.
Yeah, never mind mustard gas. Gochujang gas. Diaz can say never washes rice or pasta. I didn't even know that was a question, washing pasta.
Washing pasta is a new one.
Yeah.
So I did add some water to just kind of, you know.
It sounds like a movie. Sounds like a mid-90s movie.
So
washing pasta.
I'm gonna let this simmer for a bit.
Oh.
And I didn't add any corn syrup to this. I did honey instead of corn syrup as for my syrup. I'm letting the chicken cook, but I'm also letting the sauce reduce. And in all the recipes that I looked at, so many people were talking about different ways to go about it. And one of my favorite food authors,
Star, that
Kenji,
chicken
Kenji,
is
of
serious.
course. Kenji, of course. He was trying to figure out how to make Buldak because he got it at a restaurant one time and the glaze was just so good. He said the glaze was just so good, but he couldn't figure out what proportions to make it like super glazy and stuff. And so he started calling people from his favorite restaurants that served this Buldak dish. And one chef told him that the secret ingredient was Sprite.
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 Yeah, so
You got
Should
some
we try
Sprite.
it?
I
I
mean,
think we should try it. I mean,
we're going off of one drunk dude that is eating something that's too spicy that no sober person would want to eat it. So hell yeah, we should use Sprite.
Yeah.
What's in the pan?
So this is Buldak.
Mary Pat Bell wants to know.
So this is chicken that we've already marinated with some gochujang, gochujaru. Gochujaru is the pepper flake that is what's in gochujang. There's
What's
also,
in our ominous red bag?
yes, there's also sesame seed that's ground up in here as well, garlic and ginger and soy sauce, and I have my ingredient list right here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Ton of black pepper as well, which may as well add some more black pepper while we're at it, because this recipe, a lot of recipes that I saw for Buldak, this is my first time making it. It's essentially a Korean bar food. And so many recipes have over a tablespoon of ground black pepper in it. And typically most of these recipes will be like, just do it to taste. It's fine.
Apparently, their taste is about on par with our taste for black peppercorn.
Yes. So we are losing some of the water with the cucumber. I appreciate that. It's just not working as fast as I want it to. I may as well get... the only garnishes I really have are green onions.
I agree with Kat D.
What?
It's going to be so good.
It's going to be so good.
So good.
So good. Oh,
Cat-
that reminds me. You
Cat's
said...
a D.
Oh, that's Cassidy.
Yeah, Kat D. Is
Cassidy.
Cat's a D.
So,
Hot.
she said it's so good, and that reminds me, because today is Christine's birthday.
Christine!
One of our creators. Of course, she's not on here because it's her birthday. She's off doing birthday things. Christine is October Dragonfly. She's on as the alternating host every
that's
other
a
Sunday.
October
Yeah,
Dragonfly.
yeah. And today's her birthday. Tomorrow is Andrea's. And the day before yesterday was Melissa's.
There's a lot of those Octobers in there.
Yeah, so many Octobers.
They couldn't get them seated
They
in
could
January,
not.
so they had to go
So
for
wait,
February.
Was it mean? Yeah, I guess they like. Well, I guess that means they could have been like New Year's. I don't know how long their parents were pregnant with them for.
I'm in like early mid-September. I'm thinking I'm a New Year's.
Yeah, no, you are. Actually, the first week of September is like, or the first 2 weeks of, the second week of September, I think, is like where the most popular birthdays are. Like September 9th is number one, and then I think September 10th, 11th, and 12th are all like right there with it for the most popular. And Ryan's birthday is September 12th. Y'all, I can tell this is gonna be spicy.
I don't know if my mama was trying in January, but she was crying in September when I popped out of that thing.
Oh, that's weird. You're weird.
I was a big baby.
How big were you?
I was 9 pounds and 12 ounces.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you 9 pounds and 12 ounces on your birthday of 9/12?
Yes, I was.
Wow. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
I did not know that about you.
The
And
bomb.
we've been together 12 years.
Boom.
Dude, that's nuts. That is insane. The only thing weird about my birthday, I was born May 24th. I think the only thing that makes me super unique with my birthday is that I was born on my due date. Like the exact day where they were just like, okay, this is your due date, and then it's like, cool, I'm here. Thank you.
Diaz.
I'm here. And that is the only time I've been on time.
You're actually, like, for the most part, very punctual, but that's coming from a person who's very unpunctual.
You are very unpunctual, and because we're together, you have caused me to be less punctual.
And Diaz
It's all
says
your fault.
it was cold around January and February.
Yeah, because what else they got going on?
Yeah, you gotta cuddle. You gotta get warm.
Gotta get
But I
warm
was
somehow, right?
I was born in Georgia, so
Georgia.
I don't know how cold it was. It was probably colder back then.
I don't know anything about Georgia in the
Snuggles.
80s.
Georgia in the 80s.
Georgia in the 80s. Oh my go ahead and just chop some radishes.
I can't remember for the life of me.
Well, it's funny because I am reposting this recipe. It's up on FoodtokTV.com from the last time I made this spiral cucumber salad that I'm also working on while this thing is infusing my nostrils. Holy crap, guys, it is infusing my nostrils. Like, I'm low-key kind of working on while this thing is infusing my nostrils. Holy crap, guys, it is infusing my nostrils. Like, I'm low-key kind of working on while this thing is infusing my nostrils. Holy crap, guys, it is infusing my nostrils. Like, I'm low-key kind of working on while this thing is infusing my nostrils. Holy crap, guys, it is infusing my nostrils. Like, I'm low-key kind of crying right now. But, I didn't do as great of a job with the spiral as I did today, and I'm super excited. But then I also had sliced radishes in there because I was determined to have, like, extra color or whatever.
Oh, we're froze.
And he shows up with radishes.
We're froze again, folks. Cuddle with each other.
Tap the
screens and cuddle, and we'll be right back.
It's like I'm low-key kind of crying right now. But, I didn't do as great of a job with the spiral as I did today, and I'm super excited. But then I also had sliced radishes in there because I was determined to have, like, extra color or whatever.
Oh, we're froze.
And he shows up with radishes.
We're froze again, folks. Cuddle with each other.
It's like I'm low-key kind of crying right now. But, I didn't. It's like I'm low-key kind of crying right now. But, I didn't do as great of a job with the spiral as I did today, and I'm super excited. But then I also had sliced radishes in there because I was determined to have, like, extra color or whatever.
Oh, we're froze.
And he shows up with radishes.
We're froze again, folks. Cuddle with each other.
Tap the
screens and cuddle, and we'll be right back.
Are you ready for it?
I hope, because it's done. We've already started back. Repeat.
Oh, repeat.
But man, Melissa, no, ATL is something special. It's a wonderful place. A lot going on down there.
Are you ready for it? So I think I have extracted, there's a good amount of water in here. It's fine. I'm just going to rinse it. If you want to focus in on this, and I'm actually kind of curious about how you are going to describe this food, because you've heard me describe it so many times. I want to hear how you describe the food while you focus in on the food and tell them what's going on in the kitchen.
Downtown, yes, downtown Atlanta, underground Atlanta. Like what? How am I gonna describe this? This is a chicken saute. This is a hot chicken saute. But imagine if you cook chicken, hot chicken, Nashville hot chicken, in its own juices rather than a vat of oil. Which we love a vat of oil around here.
I'm back and I'm here to describe this. This is what they call Buldak. And
Buldak.
Yes, B-U-L-D-A-K. Now you might remember that name as something that you see in what is that? Oh, the
Asian market.
Packets.
Yeah, the Asian market.
You
get that in the
that's what they call the spicy chicken. But like whenever you use those, I don't know if you've ever tried those, but like those sauce packets are ridiculously.
Yeah, when it says like 2x spicy, 3x spicy, if it's a ramen packet that's blacked out.
Like we're even hotheads and we think it's too spicy sometimes.
If it's, you know? I really can't say the term for the unalived out, like, and it's ramen. Like, yeah, you know, you're in for it. So yeah, is that's why they're so serious about that, right? Is that it? Must be. Could be.
I mean, like,
I guess. Is anyone Korean here? Can they confirm
this? This is a dish that became popular in about like 2004. Like as far as this, because this is bar food, and in Korean culture, a lot of when you go drinking, like you have to have food that pairs with it.
A lot of cultures.
Yeah, a lot of cultures, but Korean cultures. Throw that thermometer away. But So they do have their own term for bar food, anju, A-N-J-U. And so this is just one of those things that became popular in 2004. And then someone tried to trademark the name Buldak. They tried to trademark it, but then even Korea was just like, nah, dude. Like, everyone makes Buldak. Like...
Kingsy, what up?
Kingsy, why hello there? That's one of our subscribers. Thank you for being here.
Kingsy Y or Kingsy? I like Kingsy.
Yeah.
King's Eye.
King's Eye.
King's Eye.
I'm trying to let this reduce a little bit because it should be like kind of like a glazy thing, but if it doesn't glaze, it's fine because we're just going to smother this with cheese anyway. And so for this cucumber salad, I need to get a plate.
Plate.
For the...
You start dropping some plates.
Plates on plates on plates. For this. Because I do have this dressing that I've already made. The recipe's already up from when I made this in April, but I did push it to the top. There is...
What about the recipe?
Rice vinegar. There's rice vinegar. There's soy sauce, brown sugar. Oh, I didn't put brown sugar in this one. There's honey in this.
Honey.
Yeah. And
honey.
Then gochujang, which is the Korean chili flake that we do. There's also green onion, garlic. I don't think I put sesame seeds in this yet.
Come on down, DS.
We have 2 different kinds of sesame seeds, which actually these are the same kind of sesame seeds, but the black sesame seeds still have the hole on them. They're the same though. Anyway, I'm sorry, Brian. What?
I said, DS says be there in 5 minutes. If you can make a 4.5 hour drive in 5 minutes, you're probably used to driving in Atlanta. Oh, nah, yeah, just dump it on there.
Dump it on there, let it like get
on
inside
85,
the
yeah.
crevices. So that's one of my
Straight
favorite
up
parts
85.
about the Asian cucumber salad with the spiral, the way that we cut it, is that you have these cucumbers with just so much surface area to just like soak up everything. I don't even want to know the time that I'm running with because I know it's not good. I was so confident today. I told Kaz, I'm like, yeah, my show's going to be about an hour. And even he laughed at me. He was like, yeah, good one, Taylor. So funny. I don't think this sauce is going to slur up very much. So I kind of actually forethought this. I'll get back to this later.
You stopped at 4?
No, I forethought that it wouldn't reduce the way that I wanted it to reduce. So the way I cut this was I put the cucumber in between 2 chopsticks and I did 45-degree angle one way, and then I flipped it over and then did straight.
90-degree square. It might not have been a perfect square 90, but it was like an 88 to a 92.
Yeah.
She did pretty well with it.
Yeah. No, the picture that I have on FoodtokTV.com is actually the picture of the first time I did it.
Bring it over here. You're all over the place.
Oh, I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Didn't have a problem with that earlier.
It's my job to wrangle you. And it's tough.
I'm a tough cookie.
Tough cookie to wrangle.
Tough cookie to wrangle.
You need an apron that says that.
You know I have the abilities to do that.
I know. And crank them on out over here. And it's easy to make aprons too.
Yes, it is. So yeah. I am going to throw some cilantro on here. Though I don't really see a lot of cilantro in Asian cooking. I really don't. But I feel like not Asian cooking. Korean cooking. Korean specific cooking. I don't see a lot of cilantro. I didn't want to like throw hands over here.
No.
However, this is supposed to be a cooling salad.
Yeah. And this ain't Korea.
So, but I was searching on like why Korea does the cheese in a lot of their recipes, but it is a hangover from the Korean War and stuff.
Yes.
Along with Spam and hot dogs.
Yes, Catsy D. Taylor wrangling is a full-time job.
It is.
I did catch. I managed to catch her. It's not. It doesn't last long. It's like bottling perfection.
Aww.
Melissa, thank you for the rose.
Oh, thank you for the rose. Which Melissa is that? Hollywood or Murd?
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Thank you,
Hollywood.
Melissa Hollywood.
I haven't seen Melissa Murray.
She may be live on her own page talking
might
about
be.
Grub Match, because y'all do have to go to Grub Match to vote for Grub Match, because that is our cooking competition. And last Saturday we had, it was Cooking with Fatherpreneur. Benjamin, he challenged one of the Food Talk TV creators, which is Melissa Murd.
He just dropped
And
the chili on us.
They had 1 hour to compete and to make as many things with the secret ingredient as possible. This week it's going to be cinnamon, but you can still go. The site is called grubmatch.tv. Grubmatch.tv. But yeah, what do you think about
Daisy Holiday? Ooh, that is pretty.
Oh, I didn't even add the radishes in here,
Oh,
but
get them in there.
just for a bit of color, because there's so many green things in here. And I feel like some of you people are allergic to green things, so.
What do you mean, you people?
Oh, I don't know who I was talking to. I was just
Those
talking
people?
to vegetable people in general, I guess. But radishes.
Cass is lovely. I like it too. I like it. It's like she's planting the radish rounds.
Planting the radish rounds. Round, round, get her around. I radish around.
Ah.
Get her around. Ooh, I radish around. So I was already kind of prepping. So we're done with this. But I was already planning on this not being the reduced texture that I want. But that's okay, because I can still get this ready. I'm going to make sure that this is temping correctly. I'm
See what
sure
I mean?
it
It's
is.
hard to
Last
catch
time
her.
I
She-
temped it, it was 140. I am sure it is more than fine.
Over here, she's over there. Boom, she's temping chicken. She's sauteing chicken.
Oh, come on.
It's not quite there yet.
156. I thought it was so close, but maybe by then it will be
I don't
that.
think it'll be too long.
Yeah, it won't take too long, but maybe I can go ahead and grate some cheese. But I figured we're not going to eat all of this tonight, and so at the end of this, we do need to have some melty, gooey cheese on here. You can totally do this with a broiler. I love any excuse to bring out the blowtorch, so that's what I'm doing. But I figured that with the gooey cheese, it's not really good for leftovers. I don't know how much of this we're going to eat, so I'm going to spoon this into our individual cast irons, and then I'll torch it with the mozzarella cheese on there.
Oh, what?
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Yes! I'm excited. So I'll go ahead and grab that cheese. Cheese, please.
Yeah, and I even recently tightened up our blowtorch.
I don't know what that means, but I thank you for making it safe.
Yeah, just for that. It's more QOL.
I'm wondering if I could also do like a cornstarch slurry on this too. Because I am trying to do this in a quicker manner, because this should have been marinated overnight. It also, I would have liked to have toasted the garlic and the ginger beforehand, made it into a glaze, then marinated the chicken, and then brought it out to the grill. But we are trying to do this in, it's not less than an hour, but a reasonable time.
A reasonable time.
Reasonable.
Yeah, OSHA approved. It is OSHA approved.
OSHA.
I have some. Yeah, I have some.
He has OSHA.
Said number 5 cast iron. I have some shade 5 glasses too. We could use. I don't think you have to go shade 8 with the I don't think you have to go shade 8 with the matte gas.
No.
It says that the glasses and the fire emojis. GS can say is on point
Yes.
with his emoji game.
Emojis. feel like this chicken should be done any minute. And if you're just scrolling through here and figuring out what the heck we're doing, this is called Buldak. This is a Korean bar food that is essentially what some newspaper articles has described it as so spicy a sober person wouldn't enjoy it. And so I essentially marinated this with gochujang. Also have some gochujang. These are the same. This is the same pepper that gochujang is made with. There's also soy sauce and ginger and garlic. I have everything that I wrote down on here. Sesame oil, a little bit of sesame oil, a lot of black pepper, a lot more black pepper than you'd expect. And a lot of the Asian recipes do call for rice syrup. I don't have rice syrup. I used honey. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I would like to have rice syrup.
I know, right? We need to make another trip to the Asian market.
We really do. We really,
I love that
really
place.
do.
Oh, it's like we'll spend $120 there and then just like not even have groceries.
We'll have like a ton of condiments, which really go a long way when you just, you know, you need some noodles or you need to go pick up a little bit of produce or something, you know. All those fish sauces.
Oh yeah, no, this is good. We are good to go.
Soy sauces and
I like my
oils.
idea of doing the individual plates here.
And then you're gonna top it with some black sesame seeds.
Of course. We get a little ladle to get
Oh,
some
you
of this.
already opened them. I was gonna open
Of
them.
course. No, I put some of the sesame seeds.
Oh, and the cucumber. Oh,
Yeah,
oh
in the
yeah.
cucumber already,
It's
yeah.
a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
Little sprinkle.
Which, if you want to showcase what the cucumber,
Yeah, I do.
or I can
Here,
put it. Okay, you got it.
You know, I done.
It's okay. We can give
I
it
done
another rim
slopped
cleaning.
it. Yeah. And give it another RJ. Yeah, look at that. Woo! They were spiral cut, but not with a spiralizer. But ooh, look at those. Like that has an alluring effect to it.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? My sister got that dish for me at a thrift store, and she was showing me a bunch of dishes, and I was telling her the ones that she liked, or ones that I liked that I wanted her to get.
Telling her the ones that she liked.
No, the ones that I liked that I wanted her to get, because she's always looking at the dishes in thrift markets, because, you know, you get the most unique stuff there. And I remember she sent me a photo of that one, and I was just like, eh. She got it for me anyway. She was just like, yeah, the ones that you actually wanted were gone. So I just picked up this one you didn't want. But you know what? It's beautiful. Ah.
It is. A little sparkly.
So, you know, if you've had the experience of Buldak in ramen form, because that is where a lot of Americans know of Buldak is from, the ramen.
It's gonna be what's for
Please.
breakfast. Ooh, that's gonna give you a spicy day.
Whew. If you need some sinuses cleared.
Yeah,
this is it.
tis the season.
Tis the season. Okay, yeah, I actually
You
ended
got
up turning that off.
You got fallen pollen going around here, a little bit runny, a little bit watery in the morning. Yeah, just get you a spoonful of that.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have a little left over for lunch if I'm not like regretting my choices tomorrow morning.
If you're already still drunk, if you're already still drunk in the morning when you wake up, I mean, you might want it
I am
because
already regretting my choices with making this.
yeah, this looks evil. We don't have ramen to eat it with, but we do have some rice.
We do have rice.
Cooking.
Well, it's been done for a minute.
Beans.
Beans, cool beans.
Welcome in, beans.
Oh yeah, but that would be perfect for leftovers. That little amount there, and this was a bit saucier than I.
It is pretty solid. I thought you got a pretty good reduction.
Yeah.
There. It was looking. It was a little.
Yeah, I think because
looking a
I
little
took the
juicy there for a
advice of
second.
Kenji and added some Sprite to it, because he called restaurant people who are like, "How the heck do you get like such a glaze over your chicken like that?" He said, "Get you some Sprite."
It's like high fructose corn syrup. What else?
So I think I added like a quarter cup, or yeah, I think I added about a quarter cup of Sprite to this. I'll have to change my recipe because this recipe is already. So I think I added like a quarter cup, or yeah, I think I added about a quarter cup of Sprite to this. I'll have to change my recipe because this recipe is already. So I think I added like a quarter cup, or yeah, I think I added about a 1/4 cup of Sprite to this. I'll have to change my recipe because this recipe is already okay, and we are back. This spiciness, which I was correct, right? Like, I feel like that's going to be enough for the 2 of us. Like, each one of us have our own little way too hot skillet. Right? Are you okay with this portion serving?
Oh, yeah. So
this was 3 chicken breasts that I did that I chopped up and I marinated with gochujang, gochujaru. The recipe's already up. There's also garlic, ginger, soy sauce, sesame oil, ground sesame seeds. So many things in here to make this flavorful as it is. But to extra Korean this up, we are going to cheese it.
ground sesame seeds arrive a little more slowly than air sesame seeds, but you got to pay more for air sesame seeds.
Look for the air, the sesame.
Air melt sesame.
Oh, plenty of.
Wow, that's a lot of cheese.
But
I suspect it's I suspect it's very warranted.
Yes, there's a lot of history, like as far as, you know, the Korean War and bringing all these cheese products over, and then Korea starting their own. They're actually the 5th highest importer of cheese, which there was in the world. However, a lot of people say that they still use cheese in their cooking because their food is so hot it warrants it. I'm about to get the torch out to this too. Of course, use a broiler if you got it. That's what most people have for their ovens already, is the broiler. Broil that cheese. Just make sure you're watching the broiler when you do it. That's kind of why I like the torch, is because I get to watch it.
Yeah. And if you have like a gas stove, the broil is more like a torch.
Oh, there you go.
But if you don't, they make a gas stove in a bottle.
Gas stove in a bottle.
Gas stove in a bottle.
Is that enough cheese?
You tell me, babe.
I think this is looking pretty cheesy.
It is looking pretty cheesy. Cheesy. So, and where does the rice go in all of this?
Well, I'll plate here in a minute.
Okay. All right. Be patient.
Be patient.
Not complacent, but patient.
Patient. Obligatory. I'm a professional.
And now I got a freaking blowtorch out.
I am a professional. I am trained.
Which I'm wondering when that gas bottle is going to.
Probably in the middle of one of our
Probably
lives.
in the middle. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to definitely be in the middle of something.
Yeah, in the middle of our lives, because we've had this torch for some minute, but I'm a professional. I've been trained to use this. Don't do this at home, kids.
Dia says more plain. More cheese. Plain on. Let me get up in here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to try to not melt your phone though.
Yeah, don't melt the phone, but definitely get
I want to get up in
visual
here.
of it.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, there we go.
I'm a professional. Don't do this at home, kids. What do we think? Cheese enough? Oh, there's a little
It's
bit.
pretty melty. I don't know. Yeah. Just throw some more cheese on it. Flame it.
Chew, chew, chew.
Yeah, there we go.
So, you think that's it?
I think you got to go around the
that's
rim. Yeah. Give it a good fiery RJ. 'Cause that's what it's going to give you the next day.
Which, like, the cheese is definitely here in order to mellow out the, like, hot chicken that's underneath here, which is essentially a gochujang, gochujaru marinated chicken. And now let's finish plating. I will finish plating.
But.
Because you were asking me,
Sorry,
where's the
folks.
rice come in?
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, Diaz, you are correct. The blue flame is hotter than the orange part.
I learned that from Zelda.
So Princess Zelda told you that?
Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll be fine. That'll work for plating. Did I throw my...
Ooh.
Rice paddle? Where did I put my rice
paddle.
Did I throw that in dish?
If you need to spank your rice.
Oh yeah, just... That's fine.
There you go. I don't know what you did with the other one though.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sure I'll find it as soon as we're done here.
I mean, I want to know. I want to know.
So doing this for the obligatory, you know, look at me, I have pretty rice thing.
I see where you're going with this.
Very obligatory.
I see where you're going with it. I'm sorry.
I kind of also like
I wasn't able to catch her. Yeah, she just
rice tower.
You just spanked it in that.
Pressing it hard. Packed.
Pressed it hard and spanked it into that ramekin. Yeah, let us see here what you're doing. Oh, a little rice ball. Ooh. Okay, alright. Oh, yes. Little.
And actually, the only reason why when you were at the grocery store and I asked you to get black sesame seeds is for the decoration part of it.
I know that.
Because like I could have just done with the white sesame seeds.
I know exactly. I know what you're up to when you're asking for that ingredient.
Oh, guys, I have another part of this that I didn't even tell you about. I didn't even tell you about. Ryan doesn't even know about this.
I really don't.
Ryan doesn't even know about this next secret that I have.
Freaking clue.
So I spent my day like looking up like things I could do for Korean cooking because, you know, if you've seen my face, you know I'm not Korean. So I spent my day kind of looking at ways to, or like different side dishes for Korean food.
Yeah.
This one's not so prep. Okay. That one looked good too.
I think it looks good.
Oh yeah. I think one of these is more. So, one thing that I was really wanting, but there was no way I could fit this into the show because it does take so long, is something that, it's kind of similar to a ramen egg. But instead of what the Koreans call it, it literally translates to drug egg.
Drug egg. Oh my god.
Egg.
Did you say drug egg?
I said drug egg.
Drug egg. And this is a dish that we only eat like when we're like so drunk that we can't feel capsaicin?
Apparently, yes.
I need all of that in my life.
So the reason why I didn't make this for you on the show, but I already have it prepared, is because the marinade, you want it to sit at least 2 to 3 hours before you serve it.
What's it called?
But I felt like, I have this written down.
Because ramen egg is what? Ajitsuke?
This is mayakjiran. Mayakjiran
Which literally translates to drug egg.
Drug egg. Like, you know how some white people like to make black-eyed peas and call them, like, you know, crab beans or whatever? I don't know. This is kind of like their version of
I don't know if it's like that. But I know what I'm doing for Easter, folks.
So
drug eggs.
So this is essentially like a cup of soy sauce, some water. I also did some of the dark brown soy sauce as well. There's sesame seeds in here, a ton of the Thai chilies in here, a ton of garlic. I did like 7 or 8 cloves of garlic in here along with grated ginger on here. Oh, I'm gonna clear this so this can be front and center.
Melissa Murd!
Melissa Murd!
Somewhere you snuck in here. It might have been a little Well, before I just greeted you, but...
Yeah, I know. I did not make my show only an hour today. I'm sorry.
Kaz! Welcome back, Kaz!
Kaz is in here just for the final bit of this.
He is.
He is. He knew this is actually the time I was finishing, because when I say, you know, yeah, I'll be an hour.
Yeah. We gotta take time for commercial breaks and all that. So, Kaz, you missed the part where Taylor's telling you what this is.
Yeah, the drug eggs.
The drug eggs, which is called what?
That's what it...
Which are called what?
That's what it literally translates to in Korean. But it's mayak jiran.
Mayak jiran?
Yes, so it's mostly... I was looking at Korean food all day today. Because, like, that's just what I wanted to make today. And so these eggs have been soaking since... It's been like 4 hours they've been soaking. But they're soft-boiled eggs. There's soy sauce. There's ginger and garlic and sesame and a ton of Thai chilies, a ton of...
Ah, yes. But they haven't been soaking in drugs.
Not been soaking in drugs, but that's what they translate to.
Okay, good.
Are drug eggs. So I soft-boiled these.
So Cass says I didn't miss it.
I didn't miss it. Ton of sesame seeds in here as well. I also ground some sesame seeds and put it in here as well to make sure that we got the sesame. Open sesame. And I have 3 more eggs in here too.
Oh, that is the special part.
So I didn't make that on the show because I wanted 2 to 3 hours to marinate that. But soft-boiled the eggs, I essentially just, let my water boil. Then straight from the fridge, I took my eggs, put them in there exactly 6 minutes. Ice bath, peeled them, and then added them to this. What else? Let's see. A cup of soy. There were like 7 cloves of garlic, 5 Thai chilies. Put some water in there, some rice vinegar, sesame oil, and some brown sugar. And this is how the mustard queen
October Dragonfly flew on in here.
Happy birthday! Thank you for joining! I'm just now finishing up. I'm gonna... Oh, wait, I want to grab some pork so I can, try some of it. I gotta do, the least presentation.
Now I know why she's an October dragon.
Yeah, you know why she's I think this one works as a better photograph. Do you think that one works as a better photograph?
I don't know.
Or does this
I think they're very photogenic. I think both of those are extremely...
I think this one's
extremely photogenic. I don't know. You tell us, people.
But I have to try it. So we have rice to cool down. We also have the cucumber salad.
It's going to be the other. Yeah, it's going to be the one you thought.
Yes, of course.
And why wouldn't it? Is it spicy?
A little bit.
Do you need to get more drunk to eat it?
Ryan, do you want to try it?
I would love to.
But as our cooling dish, we do have this cucumber salad. So while it is a super, super hot dish, it's also a very well-balanced dish as well. You got the honey, you got the sweetness, you got the soy sauce for the umami, you got the sesame oil for some nuttiness and characteristics here. Y'all, I'm excited.
This is a wonderful dish.
By how pretty this looks, because this will totally help us.
This is an amazing dish. And it is delightfully spicy.
Rest of these radishes are going to work well as a cooling thing, because even though radishes do have a little bit of a peppery bite, they're also super cooling.
They have some digestive help too, I think.
And they're brassicas. They're part of the mustard family.
They are brassicas. Brassicas.
Oh my gosh. I am so excited. I think this... I say this every time I make food on Food Talk TV, which we do live every single week at Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. Every time I cook here, I always say this is one of the best meals I've ever made. And you know what? It's always true.
I'm going to take and dip one of your cucumber butts.
One of the cucumber butts into the sauce?
Into the sauce here. And just pretend like it's been sitting in it for a long time.
Yes. And then we also have the drug eggs. And so, just to recap the chicken dish, it is gochujang, gochujaru, marinated. There's also sesame, garlic, and ginger. And then over the top is some toasted mozzarella cheese. I did throw a little bit of Sprite into the sauce just to give it more of like a glazy thing.
Yeah, you hit it with that Sprite.
Yeah, added a little bit of acidity and stuff in there too.
Maggie Whistle says, "Wow, this is restaurant quality."
Thank you. That is so nice.
That is very nice, and so is this though. Like I really that is a beautiful dish. You just up the bar for restaurants everywhere.
And it's always weird for me, like whenever I'm wanting to do something like Korean or something, it's like, this isn't my thing, but let me show you my take on it. Like, this is my interpretation of this dish. And so this is my interpretation of the dish. Should I put the egg recipe online? Because these eggs,
yeah, you should. Really, who doesn't want the recipe for drug eggs?
Right.
They're drug eggs, folks.
Maybe I could appeal to my people more and say they're crack eggs.
That's a drug. That's an egg.
Yeah.
And that's what you do when you have to break into the egg. You gotta like crack it.
Yeah. But y'all, I think I've done all I can do here today. I don't think there's another thing I want to make. I really do appreciate y'all joining me tonight on cutting the mustard. Weirdly, I didn't have mustard, but there's plenty of brassicas in here and plenty of flavor going around too. The recipe for the Buldak, which is what this is called. Bull means fire, dak means chicken. So fire chicken. So the recipe for the fire chicken is already on FoodtokTV, along with the recipe for this salad. And honestly, I need to replace the picture because this is way better than the one that's posted.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you for joining Cutting the Mustard. Happy mustarding.
Thank you, folks.
Do you know how to end it?
Bye.